Well, I think number one, what do we hear as coaches, particularly as we try to go find clients, are things like it's too expensive. I don't have the money for this. We're having budget cuts, all of this other stuff. We literally don't have money to invest. And I like to say, yes, and think about it as a retention strategy for those folks. Think about it as,
Mhm.
but it doesn't have to be a lot of money, right? Because coaches can't, there are creative business models that coaches can pull together to do this type of thing. Short programs, right? Because the other issue around coaching is, I'm sorry, I don't have the time. So I don't have the time and I don't have the money. Well, how do we make it so that it's maybe delivered more in smaller bites? So that they understand the benefit of it, they learn it, but maybe it's only a 3-month program as opposed to
Mhm.
6 months. Today, there's a lot of coaching moving towards peer group coaching and online
Mhm.
coaching, right? These online platforms, because as you were talking about technology earlier, that's the way we engage. So what I found is putting together an online coaching program where you can be really creative, where short, bringing cohorts together, which also makes it cost effective because then you've got,
Right.
and what I find in these groups is when they are vulnerable to say what they're going through, someone else says, so am I. And someone else
Right.
says, so am I. And all of a sudden they're thinking, ah, it's not
I'm
alone.
not alone.
I'm not
Yeah, I
alone.
thought it was just something I was doing or something yeah.
So being really creative from a coaching standpoint in how do you break it down? How do we take our tools and maybe put it together in a way that's consumable, that's cost effective, so that when the leader, when you go to the sponsor and say, it's not your traditional 6 months, thousands and
Right.
thousands of dollars, but if we can get a small cohort together just for this amount of time, give them the tools, help them learn from each other. My experience is this level of leader shows up because they want that support. How
Mhm.
do we take all of these tools and all of the things that we're really good at and maybe putting it together in a consumable way, offering it at a great price where there's still a good business model for the company and the coach, and the individual feels like they're being invested in, they're learning some skills, they're getting support, and yet
Mhm.
it's not costing a lot of money, it's not taking a lot of time. Oh, the company believes in me, so maybe I will
Right.
stay. Maybe I will be loyal. Maybe I'm not going to get promoted this time, but it's worth me staying. So those are all the things that I found, and how we can be creative today with AI tools and all the virtual tools.